you know.
No,
See, she says, hey, no pun, but that
You
goes
never
along
come
with
anyway.
Frau Blue.
yeah, but I put it on BLM, so maybe.
Okay, I will send it to
Well,
you.
they'll know that.
No, you put it on yourself.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, let's just go through this. Because
Seriously, Joanna's not coming tonight either?
Good.
are we on?
That vision
Okay.
is stuck in my
Hello.
brain. Yeah. Do you realize?
We are on. Did you want to say hello to everybody in the gallery this evening?
Happy holidays.
Yes.
Rachel?
Good evening. We are in December.
That's right. And today is the 2nd of December, and we are having our select board meeting. And we do have a quorum, and thank you all for coming. I guess everybody is out playing Santa Claus. So the first order of events would be to sign the warrants. Do I have a motion to sign the warrants?
Motion to sign the warrants.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? I was thinking, what? I don't think we did the DMV on this.
Ooh,
Ooh.
yeah, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the minutes of November 18th.
That's after.
I
You're just jumping ahead. You must have a chicken in the oven this evening. You've got business. You've got Christmas business to
Christmas
tend to.
business, that's right.
So who would, you made a motion, you said, Rachel seconded, all in favor?
Here we go.
For old business, discuss appointing citizens to call.
At the last meeting, we appointed Rachel Ruger as the selectman.
But we didn't have paperwork.
Now we have paperwork.
So I need a motion to
Sign
appoint
paperwork.
both Rachel Rubier and Jody Grimes to the COG.
I'd like to
Is
make a
that what we're
motion
calling it, the COG?
to appoint our
Washington
selectmen
County Council.
member, Rachel Rubio, to the COG, as well as our residential appointee of Jody Grimes to the WCCOG.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
All in favor? Getting so good. Dan, I think you're ready to take over
Yeah.
pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime now. Didn't you sign their own appointment paper?
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't sign your paper. No, that's
Oh,
Jody's.
that's Jody, you're okay.
Who can sign it then?
I can't.
You need 3. We'll just have to hold this side. All right, so John is going to give us an update on the micro enterprise grant.
One of the projects we're working on is a micro enterprise grant. We are looking for applicants. This would be a micro enterprise business, which is considered to be 5 or fewer employees, including the owner, and the owner must be low to moderate income. We have application packages here at the town office. I've talked with a number of people that have some very good ideas. The deadline, and I want to stress the deadline, is December 15th, because what the town has to do then is we're going to apply for a micro enterprise grant on behalf of these businesses.
And we qualify for it.
Right. We have to go through, review the applicants, see, make sure they're qualified, and then we would apply for the grant on behalf of the businesses. And just because somebody puts in for it and we apply on their behalf, it's no guarantee the grant is going to be successful. It is through a competitive bidding process, but I do want to emphasize that if there are people that are interested in applying, they need to have the application package turned in to the town office by close of business on December 15th.
So if we're set package, they can come here to,
They can pick it up here at the town office,
come up on the hill.
or it's on the website.
I know you've been working with the Columbia Factory project, Brownfield grant.
Yes.
How's that going?
Come up on the hill.
We had a conversation today. We had Todd Coffin here from AMEC Foster Wheeler. Nick Hodgkins joined us. Barb Saletta was down on the Columbian faculty site. Cecil Morris was there, Mike Scrivani from the Historical Society, myself, Nick Hodgkins from NDEP. And Todd brought up a couple of engineers. One was a civil engineer and one was a structural engineer. The civil engineer was interested in the site itself, what it was going to take to take down the building, how was that going to impact the area. And the structural engineer was really interested in the Historical Society building. Part of the project includes lifting the building, moving it to a new foundation. He had questions about would the building survive the move. He went down underneath the building into the basement, looked at the structure. He's going to fill out a report. All in all, he was positive. I think it was a very productive meeting. But I mean, we've come a long ways from putting in the initial application to actually now we have engineers on site. Todd was talking about the NERPA permits and some of the other permit applications that were going to have to be filed. I did offer him assistance if it was needed as part of our match, because we still have to come up with a match. But as far as all the volunteers that were there today, you know, all the time counts. So right now the goal is still to spend the winter going through the permitting process and begin the construction, hopefully the construction portion next summer.
Cool.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Any other projects that we've been working on?
We've been trying to finish up the marina project. There was a couple of issues with some of the contractors turning the work into the state. I've been working with them. We made significant progress with one of the contractors. And I know we're waiting on the other one. Right now there's just two contractors that have Davis-Bacon wage reports to turn in. So we're working with that right now.
What's the deadline on that getting in the paperwork?
They are withholding final payment to the contractors until it is. So when the contractors decide they want the money, they need to get it done. But I've been emphasizing that, you know, this really shouldn't be delaying a long time. And we really want to get these projects wrapped up and behind us so we can close them out. And then we can start looking at going forward.
Oh, which two? I mean, the micro enterprise grant's been closed down.
The micro enterprise
So the
plan.
DOT and the big
The ship, the small
Ship.
harbor improvement
and the
boating infrastructure
boating
grant.
infrastructure grant are the two.
Uh,
And the other one, the coastal communities, that's been closed out.
That's close, right?
So there's just two out of the four. Well, it was a project of 4 grants, very complicated. So that's good.
That's
So
kind
I
of,
guess if they're gonna get paid that way, they'll probably get it in. I would certainly make a deadline of the end of the month. I would encourage you to, as a town, make it done by
Well,
December 31st.
I
just
think
they should have, they have no excuse not to get it in.
and you know, the other thing too is the work was done this year, so I don't know how that's gonna be for their accounting. I mean, you think when they start doing their taxes, they're gonna want all that
Do
information.
you want a letter
at the
from the
end of
select
year.
board that they need to get done? I mean, because I have no problem with that. That there's a particular, I won't mention names, but there's a particular involved contractor that just, paperwork is difficult and.
He was the one that's done.
Oh,
He got his, I worked with him this week.
All right, well then,
We're waiting on
whomever,
we're waiting on
then the
second
other
one.
person has a problem with paperwork, but in either case, we need it done.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no excuse. I think a letter says a lot of things. Emails are great, phone calls are even better, but a letter is very final. Get it done. How's that sound? Do I have a motion that we get Joe send a letter?
I so move that you sent a letter, encouraging him to expedite.
By the end of the year.
Yeah.
So you just want it closed off.
Because
You've
those
got Randy
things-
leaving, and Randy was part of it,
Yes.
and I think really that chapter needs to be closed. And
Yeah.
he's
I
retiring
also
on the
think it speaks
16th,
volumes for whether you want to go back and deal with them again.
and plus you're the project manager, so it speaks
Right.
to your
Well, the other thing
organization
too is,
as well.
yeah, because, I mean, we might wanna go back to these people,
Yeah.
for grants to fund other projects.
They don't need to be nagging, they asked us once, we need to just get it done. But anyway, I know you have a lot on your plate.
We got a motion from Rachel.
I have a second, thank you. All in favor?
All right, public hearing for the Coast Guard.
What Friday, is it Friday the 11th? Or this Friday?
Thursday,
It's Thursday?
yes,
Oh, I'm sorry, it's Thursday. It's tomorrow or next Thursday, February?
next Thursday,
So it's the 10th?
yes, Thursday the 10th.
At when, 9?
6 p.m.
6 p.m. And that's to have automatically fog light turned on and off, foghorn turned on and off at West Quaddy?
Yes.
And it has to do with the boats themselves having a gizmo that will actually code in thing going off if they're near it?
Yeah,
Is that- Well,
I've
they're
talked-
gonna explain it to us, right?
Yes. I've talked to a couple people, and they do have concern about the Mariner radio-activated sound signal. The Coast Guard wants to change it. As it is now, when the system detects fog, it goes off. What they want to change it to is a system that is going to be activated by keying of a mic 5 times at a designated frequency. The question I was given is, well, if it's foggy, you can't see and you don't know where you are, I mean, how are you going to know if you're in the vicinity? Some boats do have GPS, and that may give them an idea, but you may have a recreational vessel that does not.
Well, there's a really dangerous rock out there right in front of that lighthouse, and I'm totally opposed to the idea, personally. I don't know about the rest of the select board. That's a public hearing now. My personal opinion is I've been out there, and in the fog you can't see.
Right.
And if you're having to try to futz with that's one of the most important lighthouses on the East Coast, and I think it needs to be working when there's fog.
And we all know what happened to Captain Bailey.
That's right. And
He
there
was
is
in the
that
fog too.
terrible rock out there
Yes,
that's not really the lighthouse, but that's something you don't want to bump into.
yes.
How close is it to the lighthouse?
Very close. Didn't you say, John?
100 feet out? Yeah.
That's pretty close.
So is there anything telling anybody that it's there?
The lighthouse.
Common knowledge.
Common
Okay.
knowledge, so if you got the fog,
But if you're not familiar with the area, maybe you're a transient vessel, you may
Yes.
not know.
so,
Should the Coast Guard be made aware of that? And
well, I'm
perhaps
just
they could
saying
come
that
up
it's
with-
kind of, that rock's kind of connected with the lighthouse, it's all one little thing, and I think you just need to have the
Yeah.
foghorn going when.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, but this business about the rock, if the
Sail
Coast
rock,
Guard
is
knows
it?
about this rock, could they not step in and do something? That's why we call them the Coast Guard.
I just put it together with the
Okay.
foghorn idea, because
And
there's
it
quite
wouldn't
a
hurt
bit
to
of,
mention this to them.
yes.
Yeah,
When they're here, I think we should.
good.
It's Sail Rock, is that the name of it?
I'm sorry?
Sail Rock,
Sail rock.
yes. Yes, sorry, okay, where are we now? Oh, I don't know, what's ORPC update? I've never-
ORPC
they
is
just-
Ocean Renewable
Yes.
Power
Yes.
Company. This is the company located in Eastport, but they have a power generator that's been in Lubec waters. They had an article that I found in the Bangor Daily News, and in that article it states that they got a federal grant
Yes, they did.
to help build a deployment anchor and retrieval system. There's a lot of good information in it, but what I also found
Well,
in
have one of
the
those.
article, yes. What I also found in the article is they gave a little bit of a timeline. Work to be done on deployment anchoring and retrieval system for the turbines has the potential to seriously reduce the cost of producing electricity. That's been one of the issues. Work should be done by the end of next summer and the turbines back in the water for testing in Copscook Bay by the end of 2017.
Mhm.
If all goes well, the company will be a viable permanent power source in 2018. So this is a little bit of a timeline when we can expect to see the generators back in the water producing power. And I like the idea of a permanent power source by 2018.
Yes, yes, and it's all positive, yeah.
John, question?
Yes.
ORPC in the past had a great willingness to come before this board
Yes, yeah.
and talk about their plans.
Yes.
Have they contacted anybody in regards to updating the board now?
Well, they just got this funding, didn't they?
Yeah.
They just
They-
got it. Well, we can ask, would you like to have a representative come and explain?
Well, they've done it in the past without,
Yes, they have.
they come forward.
Well, I think, why don't.
That was
why don't
when
you
they
call them?
initially came to the area, I think.
No, they've come in the past, they'll come on a regular basis about once a
Yeah.
year and give the board an
That's
update.
great.
They're really good to work with.
They are. At the marathon, we've worked with them, and they've been wonderful, although they've been a little more low-key in the past few years, past couple of years.
Well, they
Yeah.
haven't been putting anything in the water.
Well, but they've gone through some rough patches. But this is all good news.
Yes, very good news. And of course, one thing, the water and the generating power of the tax rate.
Alright, so I guess Lubec is approved, as a host community for Bike Maine. That's really great.
Yes.
We've been talking to Bike Maine.
Is it that?
Yes, it's an
It's been
undue.
approved, yes, yes.
I was notified, this past week, they're gonna be in Lubec Thursday, September 15th. They're gonna expect around 400 bikers.
Can you spend the night?
They're gonna spend the night,
They
in our
tent.
community. They tent, they'll have
They're gonna
a,
be on Stockford Park, is that correct?
right,
Well, it's all different. It's gonna be more than just
Yeah.
that.
we've got a couple of people, Joanne Case was at the meeting, Rudy was at the meeting, and Joanne was gonna talk to Tina Wormel about the possibility of using the school being at a large flat surface.
Mm-hmm,
But at that time, we were looking at having it on the weekend, if possible,
yeah.
so it wouldn't interfere with school. If it's coming in on a Thursday, I'll talk to Joanne and Tina. We've got all year to put something together.
I did go to the next school board meeting
Yep.
after we met with Bike Maine.
Yep.
And the school board, all of them seemed very positive about it. And they, Tina explained the benefits, because they do all kinds of stuff with the kids about bicycles. So that it sounded like during the week might be okay.
It could be a learning.
I would like to think it would also open up a educational opportunity in that the health and fitness
What would
programs
they-
are what use the field anyway, and this certainly is associated with benefit as some sort of course instruction.
So the school board was positive about it? Oh, good.
I mean, they didn't vote on it, but they.
Right, well, because it
the
hadn't
people that
been
spoke-
approved yet,
Right.
right?
Right.
but
Well,
the
maybe
people
we
that
need to
have-
do that.
We
Reach out
also
to-
need to alert the commercial enterprises
Yes.
downtown
Well, we will.
that they're coming, and also, this has been in my head for a while, that, and it started because of the marathon. Many bikers come through with a marathon, and several times I've been asked, where can we go to get this repair kit or a repair kit for this bicycle? And it just is interesting that this happens on the micro enterprise. I thought that would be an excellent micro enterprise for
Yes, a
somebody
bicycle shop
to
here would
start
be
a
fabulous.
bicycle shop in
Absolutely.
this town. We
Absolutely.
have more and more bikers coming through
It's
this
a
town
really good
all the
idea.
time. And if somebody knew how to repair bikes, sell bikes, trade bikes,
Rent.
do whatever, rent bikes, it would be a golden opportunity. Just out there in TV land, I just wanna let you know that.
Yeah,
She's pedaling.
Great.
I'm encouraging.
The
I
other
think
group,
it's a really good idea.
Yeah.
The other
Somebody,
group that
somebody
needs
start a
a
bike shop here.
Yes,
the other group that needs a heads up is the farmers, because when they come here, they
yes.
want to buy only local food as much as possible.
So we'll tell the farmers.
Well,
farmers
they
will
also,
put the food
at the-
co-op.
At the Washington County COG, the bicycle, the delegate from the Bike Maine was there to talk about it. And they have produced this dynamite map of Washington County with all the organic food farms.
Oh, can we get one of those?
Well, I happen to have one at my house,
Great.
which
Holding
I
out
could
on
bring
us.
in. And I think it would be, I suspect that they will have more at the Bike Maine thing. We might want to laminate it.
We can make it, how big is it?
Huge.
So they have a copy machine at the the registry down in Machias, one of the big copy
Yeah,
machines?
yeah, and it's a
$5.
college, I think they do too.
Okay,
Yeah,
so maybe
yeah.
we can make a copy.
That would be lovely, yeah.
Thank you.
Anyway, yeah, it's very exciting.
Very exciting.
It's nice to know that you've got the marathon at one end of the
Yes,
summer,
I love it.
and this at the other end. I love the
So
whole
we already
idea.
talked about
Yeah.
that next one, so we're gonna put these two properties up for bid now? We talked about that already.
Yes. There was some concern about a right-of-way from 53 Pleasant Street. We
That's-
reached out to the state of Maine, we got a right-of-way map.
So the building is not in the
It's not
right
in
of
the right of
way,
way.
so we don't have any restrictions there. The only restrictions on the two properties, 569 County Road and 53 Pleasant, is $15,000 minimum, correct?
Yes. And
And
that'll be in the
County
bid
Road
packet.
includes a house and a barn, and it's as is, and Pleasant Street includes
A commercial
a store,
building with
a residential
apartments,
area, and then a
and a
warehouse
warehouse
kind
in
of.
the back.
So I think all that needs to be put in there. If you just do the lot and number, people don't know what's on it,
Yeah.
and so.
That Pleasant Street property is larger than it appears.
Yes.
It's almost, it's two
Yes.
lots that
Yeah.
we can join, so it's
Yeah.
like an L.
Yeah.
So we needed a motion again, now.
I don't think
so
so, I
moved.
mean, no, I
We're
think
okay?
we-
No,
I
no,
think
you
we-
don't
All
need
right.
to, yeah.
You know, I mean, this is just an update, there was some questions at the last meeting. I think we got the questions answered now, and we already have a motion and a vote to put them out.
And the Festival Lights Parade is going to be December,
Oh, we have to,
yes. What committee updates
let's
and
see,
calendar
well,
events?
this
This-
Friday
Is it the day after,
is the tree trimming, right?
okay, Friday's
I
the tree
believe it
trimming.
is.
And that's at 5 o'clock. And
Five.
then the Christmas lighting tree is at 6. That's at the
Flat Iron Corner.
Flat Iron Corner. I believe there's a request for not only an ornament for the tree, but also some perishable,
Food
Non-perishable.
non-perishable food items. So please bring those. And for, I'm
Yeah,
going
food
blind
pantry.
here.
Food
I'm-
pantry.
Yeah, for the pantry.
Yeah. This is,
Hornet's Nest.
Hornet's Hearth.
Hornet's Hearth.
Which is with the LCOC.
LCLC, okay. And what about Saturdays when the Festival Lights Parade is?
No, that's
Sunday.
Sunday.
at 6. It's the Festival of Lights.
What's on Saturday?
All kinds of kids' activities,
Don't
wasn't
have
it?
the kids. Is there gonna be like a schedule of events?
Yeah, it
They're-
was in the paper.
and it's
I've
been
got it on
posted.
BLM,
Yeah.
visit lubecmaine.com.
Yeah, and there's been.
So this
there's been
whole
some
weekend is gonna be a Christmas extravaganza in Lubec, the first time that we wanna thank the Christmas Parade Committee for pulling this together. We
Absolutely.
really appreciate all of the members of the.
now, do I understand correctly that the people are asked to bring an ornament to put on the tree? Is that, did I misunderstand? No, that's true.
That's what it said in the paper.
Any
Yeah.
kind of an ornament, that's lovely.
Probably one that isn't breakable.
Well, you know, we had a period of time when we sprayed gilt on some clamshells,
We're good at
which would
spraying
be.
gilt.
G-I-L-T. Um, um,
He's practicing for Santa.
he is, yeah, he's got that little juice flow.
Okay, so you're gonna bring those, that'd be
I
great.
could bring, I'll find,
Bring a couple.
I'll have to find them, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Are there, is there
There is,
anything else?
not that I know of between now and our next meeting, that's the big one. And it would be really great if everybody comes out to the lighting and,
Please come out to the
and
lighting, the
maybe we could have a little,
parade.
Yes.
ad lib Christmas carol singing. Maybe we could sing a few Christmas carols
That would be one.
while we were lighting
Yes.
the tree. I'm pretty sure we all know a few Christmas carols.
Is this also an opportunity to thank all the powers that be, I think, for Shop Local, which was last weekend. Just, I think, a wonderful turnout between the
Oh, yes, the
Market in the
farmer's market
morning
was
and-
lovely.
the stores that have been open downtown. I thought it was wonderful, and not just for a weekend, but
Yeah,
every day.
yeah, I had a weekend guest through Thanksgiving and, from Summer Keys, and that was the first place she wanted to go. She said, I want to go to the, farmer's market, which was nice.
That's good.
And they will be open
Yeah,
again.
2 more.
I believe they're having 2 more Saturdays.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
wonderful.
they just told me.
2 more this year, and then starting February, March, April, May, the first Saturday of every month.
All right,
Nice.
Yeah.
excellent.
So a lot happening downtown.
So committee updates?
That's all we got.
So we don't have any committees coming forward? Just as events, committees?
Yeah,
We have- Well, we have, the clam
We're gonna update all of
shellfish
our.
committee. It's gonna be it's the second Monday of
Second
every
Monday.
month, so that,
The third,
and the harbor board, you don't have any of those dates?
I don't have the dates.
The,
Do they meet during
I know
summer
the
or they-
shellfish
Well,
committee,
the harbor board
shellfish
does
committee is on
meet.
the 14th, the harbor board is on the 17th. I just have to know that, because it's on.
Mhm.
find out any others.
Revolving loans, first
The first
Wednesday now of every month, and we just met today, so the next one would be in January.
January, beginning of the new year.
Yep.
So that is good. The Harbor Board too is looking at, the ordinance, the harbor ordinance, for the moratorium. They've got quite a bit of work in front of them. I do know that the commercial pier is very busy. December 1st is the first day of scallop season, so I want to wish the local fishermen a safe
Yes.
and productive scallop season.
It's been very busy. It's been down there.
Mhm.
We're gonna postpone the executive session
Okay.
for January.
Has there been continued, I know we were looking at, and I hadn't seen much with the sand being moved.
Right
What's
now,
going on with the sand?
I was thinking the same thing as I came
Because
through town.
something broke.
we've
Oh.
we've got issues with both loaders right now. One of them has a wheel housing issue, and the other one, we just got it back from Hollowell. They put it in the sand salt shed. They were moving some salt in the position so they could start taking additional loads. And there was an issue with the hydraulic pump. The pump may need to be replaced. So we've had some issues. I've been talking to Rick, and probably with the last 4 months, we put some money into the loaders. I did reach out to a gentleman from Beauregard. He's a local case dealer. He's going to be in the area in a couple of weeks. And I may talk to him about what he has for an inventory, what kind of machines he's got. And, when it comes up for budget season, that may be something we might want to look at.
So either one of, do we have any loaders working?
Right now, they're both down.
That's why the sand hasn't been.
Fortunately, we're having a mild winter.
Yeah,
Well,
so
they
far, you know?
that's the issue,
We're
is
getting snow tomorrow.
we've been fortunate, but, December, anything can happen.
That's right. And starting in January, it's batten down the hatches.
Oh, we have to have a
Right.
loader, so they're
Yeah.
not fixable?
Yeah.
They're both fixable, but right now, Hollowell's working on both, ordering parts, getting them in. We just took down the O2 with the pump issue today, so he's gonna get the pump on order, and it's gonna take him some time to get it in.
So that needs to be totally kept abreast of every
Yes.
day, what's going on, we need them like yesterday, so.
Yes.
So make sure you
One
call every
more.
day.
I'm not sure that this is, well, I'm gonna do it anyway. And I'm not sure that we wanna do this. But as you all know, Ron Beckwith from Campobello Roosevelt has resigned. And I think might be appropriate for us as the select board to send a letter, saying, we're sorry to see him leave. He has been bent over backwards to incorporate Lubec and make this part of the Roosevelt, venue.
Would you like the selectmen to send a letter thanking him
Yes,
for all his hard
thanking
work
him
he's
for
done
everything he's done.
to bring tourists into the area that he has?
Absolutely.
Over 30
Would you
years.
like to write the letter,
30 years.
Rachel?
What?
Would you like to compose the letter? You're so good at it.
How you
My
go mouth.
ex-Eastern English teacher.
I could probably put a letter together,
Say
because
yeah.
I do, yeah.
But do you want, I mean, you don't have to.
No, I would do it, as long as, I can do it, and then Suzette can put it on
Yes.
letterhead.
Yes.
Fine, that would be lovely. I'll
Because I
do that,
think
yes.
the sentiment would come
Well, I think
best
it's something
for
we
you.
should do, because he
Yes.
has been more than forthcoming. Anytime we've needed anything, he's been right there.
He has.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I need a motion that we're gonna send a letter to Ron Beckwith
I'd
and
like to
thanking
make a
him.
motion that we send a letter to Ron Becker, thanking him for his enormous decades of service,
Yes.
and including the town of Lubec.
Okay, I'll second that. All in favor? Do you want to give him a little certificate?
Well, we could take the letter, put it on the town letterhead, and then we get certificates that we send out to people in appreciation.
Why don't we do a certificate of
Yeah, put a stamp.
appreciation with it?
Well,
Because he did do a lot of work across the border for us.
That's, whatever, yeah, that's fine.
once you get the letter together, Rachel, send it to me.
Yeah.
We'll put it on the certificates that we have.
And but then we're gonna sign it at our next
And
meeting,
then we'll have it ready to
Super.
sign at the next.
and you'll get the right address for him and everything.
Sure enough.
Okay. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
We're gonna do public comment. We're
Second?
gonna do public comment?
Oh, sorry.
we have a public comment?
All
So Nathan allowed to tell.
This, I think, is the quickest meeting